What's up, everybody? Welcome back, day 6, work from home series. Today we're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to go to bottom side control. We've spent a lot of time doing offense so far. It's pretty much been all the first lessons. But you don't always get to pick where you end up. You might not always be the person on top. So you need to know what to do when you're on the bottom as well. We're going to start from side control, just like yesterday. Where we ended up in side control and did some attacks from there. I talked about this a little bit too, about frames. We're going to be establishing those a little bit better. So I'm going to have my arms at that 90 degrees. I'm using it to support myself against my opponent. So I think of it like the frames of a house. This guy's got 2 shirts on. I think this is like his waistline. So when I'm here and my opponent's on top of me, I have my frames to keep this space between us. If I have no frames, they're just laying on top of me and dropping all the weight down. When I have my frames, and even here when I'm not pushing up at all, there's a little space between me and my opponent. This forearm runs under the jawline. I put my hand on the back of the shoulder and I run my forearm under the jawline along the neck. This frame is just at the waist. What I want to do is I'm going to use this person's weight against them a little bit. I'm going to get my feet as close to my butt as I can. I want to lift straight up first. And then I'm going to push through my outside foot and swing my butt that way. That way I can start working to get my legs back in and all that kind of stuff. This movement is called shrimping. It's one of the most important movements in jiu-jitsu for defense. I'm here, I get my feet as close to my butt as I can, I lift straight up, and then I swivel my butt out. So I can actually do this without a partner. I'm here, I lift straight up, whichever direction I'm going. That foot stays on the ground, my other foot comes off the mat, my leg kind of comes underneath my other leg. The idea behind this is I'm creating space between me and my opponent. So shrimping, the first part of today's lesson. Lift straight up, then swivel. So how does this help us improve our position? Now we're going to use our grappling dummy or partner if you have one. I'm here. I have my frames set up. Everything is good. I lift my butt and I shrimp away from my opponent. As I do this, my bottom leg comes across. I put my shin in contact with my partner's waistline / belt area. From here, I push through this shin as I switch my hips to face the other direction so that I can come to full guard. So I'm here. I push up with my frames as I shrimp out a little bit. That's kind of the key. I'm not trying to just use the shrimp to help. My arms are helping create the space as well. I lift, I push out, my arms are straight. I swing my knee back through. My hips right now are facing to my right. To get my full guard back, I just rotate so my hips are facing to the left. It makes it easy for me to escape this leg. I don't want to get to here and try to swim through necessarily or keep dragging my foot across. I want to be here and then I turn my hips. It makes it so that I can just kick that foot straight through. So we're here. I shrimp and I bring my shin against my partner's waistline. Now I just turn my hips so that I come through the other side. The only thing that you have to worry about as far as what your opponent's going to do, they're probably going to take this hand and try to push on your knee. So when I'm here, I underhook this arm here like this, and then I finish the motion. Having that underhook is important because it's going to help me finish the move even when my opponent is sitting there trying to resist, trying to push on my knee, and trying to stop me from coming through the rest of the way. That's going to be it for today. Just very simple, but only in theory. When it comes time for you to practice, you're probably, if you've never tried jiu-jitsu before, gonna have a little bit of trouble. But one thing I tell people all the time, this is gonna be very basic for a lot of you, but you know, the basics, when you're the best at the basics, is when you're gonna end up beating everybody else. So if you're one of those people who's like, oh, I need to go in the gym and beat everybody, these are the kind of movements you should be practicing. If your basics are very, very good, it's gonna be very hard for even really good people to stop you from doing stuff. So yeah, that's it for today. Check back tomorrow for another update. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and keep training even with all this COVID stuff going on. Thanks for checking this out, guys.